start with my late nights with LA and OK. And tonight I've invited someone to come on my show and talk about some things that I wanted to make you think about. So I'm going to introduce my guest tonight. Here you go.
Hello, I'm Daniel. Good friend of Laura's. I was brought in. We discussed for a while about what we wanted to talk about, and the subject came up of human behavior and the concept of forever. So that was the general plan for this evening's show.
So, again, this is Dan. How old are you, Dan?
I am 35.
Okay. And are you single, married?
Uh, Polyamorous, open relationship.
Awesome. Do you have kids?
No kids.
Awesome. Okay. So, my first question to you, Dan, is what does forever actually mean to you?
That's a kind of a hard question to initially define because everything ends. So we don't have a good way to properly process besides something that doesn't. But it goes against everything because we don't have a really good basis for what forever is. I'm vaguely reminded of a old fable in regards to the definition of, or an example thereof, of eternity. Um, Picture a mountain. It takes 1 year to walk around it, 1 year to walk over it, or 1 year to go through it. And once a year, a bird flies down and gently sharpens its beak on the side of the mountain. And as it does, it wears away its beak, but also a little bit of the mountain. And it does this every year. And eternity would be when the bird has literally wound down through the time it spends sharpening its beak against the mountain to wear the very mountain away to nothing. And the first eternity would have passed. That would be a good example as the closest thing I would come to forever. Just an astronomically, almost incalculably long time.
So, what actually made you want to talk about this topic? What was it that made you want to even bring in the human behavior and the concept of forever?
Well, I've honestly found it very interesting that so much of the concept of forever pops up in both society and in what I found, especially in theology, is things are meant to last forever. When you get married, it's forever. When you love someone, you're supposed to love them forever. But we don't have a good concept of forever. When you die as a good person, you go to paradise forever. And when you do wrong, you are punished forever. But I feel like forever is a concept we created out of existential fear of non existence.
So, do you think that we came up with it as a mechanism to continue to exist even after we're gone? Is that
I
what you're
think,
saying?
yes, actually. I think that would be a good way to describe it as a figurative coping mechanism, if somewhat morbid. Because, I mean, the problem I have with forever is imagine your favorite food. Imagine getting to enjoy that favorite food forever. Wouldn't you get bored with it? Hell, if I can have my personal favorite dish served to me every day, I would be so sick of it probably by the end of the second week, if that it took that long at most. Punishment as a theological standpoint, the concept of a punishment forever, what punishment would even warrant such extreme?
Okay, but how would that? So, like, do you think so? That's also like a way of fear, maybe, to like tell us forever that we're gonna be punished forever.
I mean,
Make it like a long period of time
well,
to
I think it's
consider.
also stems from the fear of non-existence. Like, how do you process the concept of a world without you in it to experience? So, so many different theologies have this concept of either reincarnation or, in terms of, say, Christianity or Catholicism, a heaven or a hell. And the concept of hell forever. It's like, first and foremost, how long does it get before it just becomes less hell and more mundane? When you're experiencing the same thing forever, you've got no basis of comparison, no joy to uh, compare to the harshness of the loss. And the concept of experiencing the same thing forever would feel like stagnation.
Yeah. So, where do you think that we as humans got this concept of forever when we have an end? Because we come
Again,
to an end
I
when we
think
die.
it's the existential dread of that fact, the inability to cope with the fact that for billions upon billions of years I did not exist. And then I was born and I experienced this. And then for billions upon billions of years after I pass, I will not exist. And I think that the thought that just not existing, even if it is an eternity in punishment or even just purgatory, they still exist. Some part of them will go on
So, do you
forever.
think maybe it came from like religion or something?
I
Or
mean,
like
I
maybe the
I think it
notion
serves as a
of.
belief system, but it's not limited to religion. I mean, a lot of people believe in thoughts of ghosts without being necessarily spiritual in nature. But it's a concept of people or a part of you lingering, a part of you still here long after you've been reduced to dust. Like, imagine, modern day ghosts haunting you, and think, hey, what's the Wi Fi password? Can you switch on Netflix?
Yeah, I get it. So, do you think that generations after you believe in a forever?
I think forever is a concept even so deeply ingrained in uh, just human behavior that it would be impossible to streamline away from, especially as we go through things like, maybe not the concept of forever, but people will talk about things for such astronomically long time, like when we go towards space and things that are billions miles away, billions of light years away, the edge of the universe and creation. So I don't think it would be possible to remove the concept of forever, but I find it an interesting topic, and that is part of the reason deep down why I wanted to discuss it today.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, do you believe in any type of religion or anything like that yourself?
I am personally agnostic. I'm more of spiritualist. I believe that there is some form of higher power that created all of us, the Big Bang, what have you. My personal religions, because I was born and raised Christian, have I was ingrained with this concept of forever from my
Gotcha. That's why I
family.
was asking if you believed in some type of religion or
Yeah.
something like that.
I've dabbled in multiple religions. I had a I had a theology kick when I was in high school. I had a small bit of trauma with my family's house burning down, and it caused me to have a question or a shaking of my faith. So I did some soul searching and looked to find alternative answers through other religions. I personally believe that there is higher power or higher powers, but I don't hold personal belief that any one religion has the full picture.
Gotcha. I agree. I agree. Well, yeah, no, I think this is an interesting topic myself. I think that it's definitely worth exploring and talking about because for me, the generation that's coming, I would like for them to be aware and awake and intentional. So, talking about things like this is definitely worth the time so that people can start thinking about opinions and what they think about these things. Forever seems like a long time. I don't know if forever is, such a thing, but I
Mm,
know.
Forever feels like a placeholder. It's a concept, but how do you how do you properly conceptualize concepts like that?
I
Because
mean, is forever like time or is forever like just days or forever
well, it's a
like
concept of
it's a concept of
it
time,
kind
right?
of breaks when you apply it to something as finite as days or years or even millennia because it's beyond time. It's continuing on forevermore beyond when the stars all go supernova and burn out their last billions upon billions of years from now. But what goes on beyond that when the last lights go out, when the last molecules lie still? What goes on after that? How do you define time in a world that has long since passed?
I don't know. It's crazy to me because, like, if we really think about it, if we believe in such a theory like pi, then we should be believe that forever exists, right? Because pi is infinite. So if it's infinite, that means it's continuous, ongoing, forever going.
I mean, decimals of pi, but we still have 3.14, which is the starter pi. So we at least know that it goes on, but it's an infinitely spawning number, but it still has a defined value. It is still 3.14, but it's because it's an infinite strain end that does it doesn't change that,
So
pi can be infinite.
are you saying forever doesn't have the same value?
Infinite time or something that goes on forever, like the digits of pi, is again a difficult topic to conceptualize because we can't calculate all the different numbers of pi. And if we were to even attempt to, or even count that number of things, we would be at it for feasibly billions upon billions of years.
Because there's like lots of possibilities.
Yeah. There's
So, but forever, what is the difference between forever and infinite?
Again, I think they are kind of one and the same because they're
Okay,
concept
gotcha,
of things that do not end.
gotcha. Okay, I
But
agree.
if a thing has a beginning,
Then it
like
has
we
to
have
have
the
an
start
end.
of pi, couldn't we feasibly predict that it inevitably has an end?
I don't know. I guess we'd have to figure that one out, right? Because I don't know. I've never done that problem. Have you?
Uh, there was a time where I knew the I knew a good chunk of the digits of pi because there was a song.
Oh no, it's
Weekend
okay.
at Earth's Memory.
But
Guys,
Yeah,
I have long since mixed it up in my head.
it's okay.
And
This been a great little talk though. We've
yeah,
been done pretty good. I feel like this is getting the topic started. We want to get you thinking about stuff.
the
Does
best thing to start thinking about, let's think about forever. How
forever.
long can you think forever?
What does it even mean to you? Like
Yeah.
let us know in the comments. Let us know like what you actually think that it means and what it means to like really in today's time. Like what not just in relationships, but like apply it to business, apply it to your ethics, apply it to your work ethics, apply it to your kids. Like what does forever mean? What let us know in the comments. Tell us what you think. And if you have any suggestions, also let us know.
Hmm. If you have any interesting ideas or questions about our topics, please let us know in the comments. And if you have any suggestions on future topics you would be interested in hearing us discuss, we would be happy to hear from that too.
Yes, we will. Thank you so much for watching. Again, guys, say bye to Dan.
Laters!
Thank you so much. I appreciate your support. I hope that, we could do this again later. This is my first LA late nights with LA and OK. So I hope you guys enjoy my little talk. And I hope it gets you thinking. It's just food for thought. And I welcome your opinions. So I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night. I hope you had a good day. And as soon as I figure out how to